Welcome back. All right, so quick news of the day video for all you fine people for your Sunday, July 24th. All right, so Shane Wright, this was kind of a nice gesture today. Shane Wright had agreed to his entry-level contract, but they had the official signing. I mean, it could have been just symbolic, whatever. It's a nice gesture again. Ron Francis on the ice with him at practice in front of fans, having him sign on the dotted line. So fans got excited, and Wright seemed to be happy, and Ron Francis seemed to be happy. Things are going all right for Seattle in this offseason, as evidenced by them settling with Morgan Geekie, so they do not go to arbitration. 1 year, $1.4 million deal with Geekie to stay with Seattle. They also pick up Michael Kempny today. 1 year, league minimum of $750,000. Kempny coming off of 4 years with the Washington organization. And so, yeah, Seattle gets some experience on the blue line. No harm in that. I'm going to be doing a video on Seattle, I think, pretty soon here, because as we look at year two, is this a team that should get better? Is this a team that's going to, maybe challenge for a playoff spot? We'll see. So, also in signing news, Studnicka has signed an extension with the Boston Bruins, 2 years at $762,500 per season. The Bruins are going to be looking to him a little more this year. It's going to be dependent on whether or not Bergeron and Krejci come back. If neither player did, then that would definitely improve Studnicka's chances for prime opportunities. But in all likelihood, if either of or both of those players signed, Studnicka would be looking at bottom 6 minutes with the Boston Bruins. I like Studnicka. Hopefully at some point the offense shows up at the NHL level and he gets into the lineup a little more regularly. The Minnesota Wild are using the waiver wire. It looks like they're buying out Alexander Khovanov. He is a younger player, still in an entry-level contract, but they've put him on waivers, so it looks like he's likely headed for the KHL after a year in North America. And so, yeah, they're parting ways with him. Unconditional waivers means tomorrow we'll hear that he's gone out of their organization. I also wanted to use this video to discuss a couple of things that have been talked about in comment sections of videos. There are Canuck fans that are upset at my perception that Hoglander might be on his way out, saying, well, he was hurt this year. Hoglander's status under Bruce Boudreau, not great. In the last 20 games of the season, he had 2 goals and 1 assist. So that's the last 20 games he played. He had 2 goals and 1 assist, and he played less than 10 minutes 6 times. And it just feels like, to me anyways, that Hoglander's time as a Canuck might be up, because he's a young player. He needs ice time. He needs a chance to succeed. I'm not sure that he's going to get that ice time in Vancouver. And so I would be very surprised if he doesn't end up being one that they end up parting ways with. He's still young enough. There may still be some market value there. And so, well, I mean, we'll see, right? We're still in the off season. Anything can happen kind of thing. But to me, the minutes played by Hoglander were really telling that he was down to 4th line and playing less than 10 minutes a game towards the end of the season. Also, the Columbus video that I made yesterday, people pointing out, well, Marchenko, why isn't Marchenko on there? Because I have learned over the years that when a player's coming over from the KHL and they don't have any time in North America at all, there's no way of telling how well they're going to adjust. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. So in the case of Marchenko, who had 12 goals and 8 assists for St. Petersburg, he's 22 years of age. I just decided, with what Columbus has, I'm going to leave it as it is on Cap Friendly's chart. And we'll see if Marchenko ends up playing every game or if he needs some adjustment time to North America. Because, again, I've seen too many players come over from the KHL that have got a lot of hype. And then it may not end up going very far, right? Or you may end up with him playing, maybe ends up in a 4th line role rather than top 6. But I don't ever assume that a rookie coming in is going to be top 6 without some experience at the NHL level or some experience at the pro level. And so for Marchenko, I'm just more cautious with the KHL players than I am with players that we've seen in the AHL that have had those games in the National Hockey League. Also out there, and we'll see whether or not this comes to pass, Nazem Kadri, all the discussions quiet. It would appear that Colorado and Kadri still in discussions, but the Islanders have emerged as a dark horse to end up landing Kadri. It would make some sense on some level for them to add him. He would fit in with the kind of hockey that the Islanders play and, could be a huge difference maker for them. Would they envision him as being a second-line center or a first-line center? And I only say that because that that would be a difference in money, right? If they envision him as a first-line center, they'd pay him handsomely. If they envision him as a second-line center, it might not be as high. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Where do you think Kadri ends up? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And yeah, now that I've got it on a board, now he, A, won't go to the Islanders, and B, he'll probably get signed later today. So you're welcome. All right. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.